It's extensively overused. But it's the camaraderie, it's the discipline of it, and it's just the sheer challenge of oneself, I think, is what's great about it, and it's hard to find something. I stopped the show and I stopped racing all at the same time and recompress, and you lose your identity, what is perceived as your own identity. And then you have to go through a real moment of soul searching. Okay, what do I want to do right now? What's important to me? What's important? And for me, the Dempsey Center is important in the cancer aspect of that. That gives me meaning and passion and the same level of intensity and importance. It's life and death. We don't treat the disease of cancer. We treat the patient, and we do it in a way where they are not charged at all for our services. So integrative medicine. So those are the things that are exciting to me. And finally, doing the documentary, completing that on Hurley.
Oh, yeah.
And then Art of Racing in the Rain, and finally getting that done. And you could see early in that picture with Don Kitch, who was the instructor of Art of Racing in the Rain, was based on him. So it was nice to have all that come to a closure. Now it's a new beginning. And I think it will be interesting to be at Le Mans this fall, right?
Won't it?
So interesting.
Oh, I know. Can't wait to go.
It's going to be a longer night race, which is going to be fascinating.
Oh, yeah. Much longer nights. That's one of the...
Which I think is going to be really interesting that I didn't really start to think about, but then you're like, wait, the Daytona, you're always in the dark, it seems like, right?
Yep.
And then the Sebring as well is a different, but Le Mans, it's going to be a whole different experience this year, racing at that time of year.
You won't be in the race, will you? Are you going to be in it this year?
I will be at the race, but I will not be in the race this year. No, I'm not prepared for that.
No, you can't just jump into it. Well, before we let you go, I've got a really interesting hypothetical question. Front row of the grid, old school style, Newman, Dempsey, McQueen.
Gardner, too. You can't forget Gardner. Gardner actually did a lot of racing.
Four wide. Who would come out of the first turn first?
Oh, McQueen definitely would. I think Newman's smart enough to tuck in behind, and if I was smart, I would follow Newman.
and just wait your moment.
Pace going and see who, It would have been interesting to see what McQueen would have done at Le Mans. I think he could have he would have won that race, I think.
Wow, yeah.
Don't you think? Did you see his run at Sebring with the cast on his foot? In those cars in that time, remarkable achievement. So, immensely talented driver, I think. And then, of course, Newman was consistent and stayed with him.
Yeah.
What's remarkable about Newman, obviously, I ran at Daytona with him when he was 70. He didn't drive until he was 47.
Right. And how did he drive at night? I mean, how was his night vision at those things?
Well,
was he doing a lot more sprint races, right?
Well, that was the thing.
He had a hard time in Daytona.
In 95, going in, what he said, listen, my night vision is a challenge. So he wanted to do as little as possible at night. So, but
that's the thing, you get into your eyes, that's what's going.
Big
for
time.
me, the biggest thing, I remember I knew it was over for me, night racing, where I lost the race in Texas because I just couldn't see the brake zones, and I was losing time rapidly. And it was just like, shit, I can't see at night like I used to.
And the glare affects you more, things you took for granted when you were young.
18-year-old kids that are just absolutely fearless. But, I mean, he was a remarkable man on and off the track, really talented driver. I did get a chance to meet him at Long Beach, which was an amazing moment. And we talked only about racing. Yes. So I'm glad I had that. He gave me some great advice. And it's a shame we didn't get a chance to spend more time with him.
Yeah. Can you share the advice?
No.
Okay.
It may have not been about the cars. It may have been about the whole scene.
That's what I loved about him is he spoke in such spare words, and I've said this before.
He was very direct and concise in what his thoughts were.
Yeah, and sometimes he would say stuff to me, and I didn't know what he was talking about. I'm like, that's an interesting take on things. And you would work on it in your head, and it was just there was a lot in everything he said.
Wow. Well, Patrick, before we let you go, is there what are you working on outside the foundation and everything? Any production stuff? Any movies that we can look forward to?
Yeah, I have a show coming on the CW, which just picked up this show called The Devils. It's a financial thriller. I play a different character than what I've played in the past. That's going to be released in the fall. It's out in Europe right now. It's been doing really well. It's from the European perspective of the crash financially, what happens. very timely, actually, with the economy and the world in flux and what's happening in many ways. And that will come out in the fall. And we're working on season 2 of that. And I was about to start another project right before the lockdown occurred. And we're waiting to see, like everybody else, how things open up.
Well,
you know, first time in 20 years I've been home this long. It's an incredible feeling.
I know.
I'm ready. I'm getting antsy, though. I'm ready to get on the road.
I think, and we're all being encouraged to get on the road by our partners, too. They were like, this was great. This was so nice. So when do you say you're going? Really?
Don't you have to go?
Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Whew. Well, it's so lovely. I know the highlight of your COVID lockdown has been coming on the talk show. So we're just feeling really good we gave you that.
Yes, very good. And, it's such, the cars, we're talking about it with the kids. I was letting my son drive the cars around the driveway. And the freedom of that and what you were talking about is the connection with your mother and your father. And I remember my dad teaching me in his 66 Chevy long bed. I used to take it to the dump runs, down these dirt roads to the dump. And that's where I learned how to drift the car. And he would always let me drive the car.
Oh.
And that's amazing. So,
that's what it's about.
The love of cars.
It is. Thank you so much.
It's Father's Day this weekend, so enjoy.
And happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day. Take care.
Thanks for having me on. Great to see you guys. Hope to see you in person soon.
Yeah, we will. Thanks a lot, Patrick.
Best of luck with the show.
Yeah, bye.